What's going on, people? So today we have the 2004 GSX-R, and last time there was work done on the bike, all of the spark plugs, upside down. Oh, I just dropped one, for fuck's sake. All of the spark plugs were rusty, so we're going to change them all up. There's iridiums already in it, but we're going to change them out for these iridiums, brand new. So yeah, get the seat off, get the tank lifted, airbox off, and then we get to spark plugs. Right, so to take the seat off, got 2 bolts here, which too big, size 4. There's one. And there's 2. And then seat will just pop off like that. And then I'll do these 2 bolts here. That one, and then you want something like a bungee cord or something like that, so you can, what I do is, because this bike didn't come with a tank prop, I take the rear seat off and then we put a strap here with a bit of cloth and then strap it to the back here. That's how I've worked on this bike previously in the past. So we will get these 2 bolts out. There will also be an MT-07 exhaust video coming out sometime soon, I'm hoping, but I've tried to get the headers off myself and it's going to have to go to a proper mechanic because, well, I'm just a hobbyist, so somebody needs to, with a bit more confidence and a bit more know-how, because I think the header bolts have been on there since the bike was made, which would have been 2016, I think it is, for this model. Which means that the bolts are heavily corroded. I've tried to get them off myself, penetrate oil for 3 days, everything else, and I can't get it loose. So I want somebody that's got a bit more experience to do it. So just so I don't mess up the bike, because obviously they're not my bikes, so I'm just working on them. So like I said a minute ago, key and bike, take that off. Then we will get your strap, and then we hook on here, like so. I might go for an underhook, to be fair. Actually, no, we'll go for there today. And then what I do is I get a cloth, sort of put the cloth in between it, like so, and then, because then you see you stop that from getting scratched, because it's a thick tank you're not going to bend it either because it's metal, and then obviously on here it's strong and structural, so you're not going to worry about anything being pulled or bent or anything like that, because you're just suspending the tanks. It's just easier than taking everything off and taking the fuel pump out and doing all that crap. So if we do it this way, it just makes life a hell of a lot easier. So now we need to unclip. You've got that hose there, you've got a little breather hose there, then you've got that connector, and then this is blocked off because the pair valves have been removed. Then you've got to take out this bolt, and then you go through here. Well, actually no, sorry, you can just get to these ones here. Sorry, I'm thinking about the throttle bodies. You just take, there's 4 bolts with 4 clamps, airbox will pop off, and then you can get to the head of the engine down there, which is where the injectors are, or coil pack, sorry, whatever you want to call it. Be careful on these bolts because they're very easily rounded. Ow. I'm gonna come back once I've taken all of this off, because I can't get you guys in there to see it, so you'd just be staring at the floor. So we'll come back when I've got this airbox off. Right, so now the airbox is off, you've got the injectors here, or coil pack, sorry, my terminology is a bit off, okay? So you just want to get unplugged, pulled out, and then take the old spark plugs out, pop new ones in, pop it all back on, and you're good to go. So literally, it's a case of just unplug, 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 and unplug, and then you should just be able to, he says, pop out your coil like that. So after you get the coil pack out, you want to get yourself a spark plug socket, because I have a little bit of rubber at the top that holds the spark plug, and you just want to drop it down, place it on top, and then get a socket, put a socket on there, loosen it off, take it out. Then when you put the new ones in, you want to tighten them in by hand, and then tighten them to about 11 Newton meters of torque. If you're somebody that torques stuff up. Personally, I'm somebody that torques everything. I also know people that don't torque anything, so it's personal preference, but I would advise torquing it up. So yeah, we'll get this one out, and then we'll put that spark plug in, and we'll just take them out as we go along, instead of having all the holes open and stuff can potentially drop in and stuff like that. It reduces the risk of anything dropping in anywhere, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we'll get a socket, put a socket on there, take it off, take the spark plug out, do it for all four, and then put the new ones in. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was tight. Oh, I didn't realise I'd done that up so tight when the last time I did it. So as you can see, these sparks have had it. Well, not necessarily had it, but definitely seen better days. They work, but yeah, definitely seen better days, that has. Probably not going to bin them, just in case, because even having shitty ones as spares is better than having none at all when you need them, if you know what I mean. So put that in a box, put it down there. Now take our new spark plug. Oh. Oh. Oh, it won't actually work with this type of spark. Right, let's go get a different one then. I can just drop that straight in. And I would just use an extension bar. Use an extension bar, then you can just screw it in nicely. And you want to always be careful with spark plugs, because if you cross thread it, you'll know about it. And there we are, it's now hand tight. So get your torque wrench, already set to 11 Newton meters, lovely. And then what I'm gonna do, oh, that on there, and then wrong way around, typical. No, that was the right way around. And there you go. And that is that spark plug done. Not that you guys can see it, that's a bit dark, but it's not done. and then you just again repeat for the rest. So I'm not going to bore you guys with showing you every single one being done, but once I've got them in, we'll come back, put the airbox on, get the bike started, and then you're done. So what I didn't realise is when you get the plugs, they have a terminal cap on, while other ones don't. I didn't realise that. So basically, you've got to unscrew that terminal cap. Some of you probably already noticed it, but you've got to unscrew the terminal cap before you put them in, because otherwise your coil packs, in whatever they're called, yeah. I need to look up the name for them so I can get it right, but they don't sit flush, so I've got to take that one back out and then basically hold it with a spanner and just get a pair of pliers or fingers if they're loose enough and just twist it off. It's really simple. I just didn't realise I had to do it, so I've never done spark plugs before, so we will get this one back out and then yeah. Bloody thing. Why won't it? Right, so yeah, as you can see, still got that cap on it, so I need to screw that off. I'll get a spanner, and yeah, so literally what I've done is I've just put it in the spark plug socket, got my pliers, and then just twist it off. And now if you get your, if you get that, and then we can just check straight away that fits in nicely, just like that. So yeah, lovely stuff. So right, now we've got that sorted, got the cap off, I'm not going to bore you doing all the rest, but we're literally going to do what we just did. Spark plug in, and then drop it into the hole, and then just screw in until you hit hand tight. Yeah, just double checking to make sure it's actually gone in. And now we're tight. So once again, with your torque wrench, place it on, and there we go. And now, as I did before, coil pack in, twist it to the side, you'll hear it click, and then you might be able to pull it out. And that is that one done. And as I say, I'm just going to repeat it for the rest, and then I will come back and show you guys putting the airbox back on and starting the bike up. Right, so we now have all the sparks in, all the coils in. As you can see, these badly needed doing, like badly needed doing. So if there's only one that actually looks okay, well, I guess maybe two, but that one still looks a bit gone, and that one has been blowing through, and then this one it's definitely been blowing through. So whoever had them done before didn't have them very tight. So what we're going to do is take the key out the side of the bike and I'll give you guys a cold start. So right, so sorry, you guys are just dangling at the second. Right, So now we know that all starts. We've just got to get the airbox back on. So literally, as I say, you've got. Hang on, it'll be easier for me to pick up the airbox and show you. So, hang on a second, guys. Let me sort the microphone out. Right. So as you can see, you got these 4-bit sets. The problem is this bike's old, so many people have been in it before. Bolts are already rounded, so that's why I say you want to be really careful, and you want to always loosen these off before you put them back on, so there's enough gap so you're not trying to fight it while it's on the bike. If you just loosen it here, then all you got to do is push it on, tighten it up, which is exactly what we're going to do now. I'm literally just going to, it's just a case of get your certain plugs and stuff out of the way. But then you want to make sure that these ducts go in nicely as well, and you don't rip them and stuff, because they can be quite expensive. I had to replace them on this bike for the person whose bike it is, and yeah, they were not cheap, not at all. Let me see if I can get you guys in an angle where you can see me putting the airbox on, maybe. Don't know how well you guys can see that. You literally push it on over them seats, make sure everything's down and nice. So as you guys can see, airbox is all on. You want to make sure these are all facing a way that you can actually get to them and tighten them up, and then you're gonna reattach that, pull that in, pull that up, and then if you can't do it by hand, which I'm not gonna be able to because I've got a camera in my hand, but you just get a pair of pliers, squeeze that in, and then pull it up. And then this side, we've got that hose that goes back on. But I'm going to leave that one unplugged for now, just so I can get to these nice, as you can see, they're in a very tight space. And then we have, where is it? Where's that connector gone? Ah. Then we have this one here. That goes. Normally, if you haven't got the PAR, or the PAIR system deleted, which this has, you would have a breather hose that goes to here as well, or an air hose, whatever you want to call it, that goes from here to the PAIR system that's at the front of the frame that sits here. But obviously this one is blocked off, so we don't need to put that on. And yeah, so I'm going to tighten these 4 bolts, get this plugged back in, and then put everything else back on, and the bike's good to go. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned.